You're not selling it, Paul? No, you're not selling it. Just brought it for us to see. Yeah, let's see what's down here. Okay, we got here Freddie's Untold Story, the video, the director's cut. Is that from the fan club or?
Not that one.
Sorry?
Not that one. Not that one, sure.
Oh yeah, yeah. For those people who got a ticket and it was to go somewhere, wasn't it? They got. Yeah, when the box set was Freddie's box set was done, everyone who had a ticket to go were given a copy of this, and it's really unique. You know, it's only done for you. I haven't even got one of them with that cover on, so I never had a ticket. Again, that is quite a collectible. It's collectible now. Yeah, it is rare. There was no spare ones. You know, there's none knocking round. It was a genuine item that went out. So that. Yeah, it's just down to personal taste. Something like this probably isn't worth a lot of money. But again, I think in time, this might be something because of the video, and it was not released on VHS. So, you know, it will probably be worth, you know, a little bit more. Probably to a Queen fan, the value of it would increase a little bit, but outside of Queen, it mightn't be as big. But it's nice though, yeah? Okay, Tar. Okay, this is just a personal Andrews. Okay, this is quite collectible. All the BT put the phone cards out, and this is the postcard that they were with. All together, it's quite a collectible collection there, really. There's 5,000 made of each. Yeah. Yeah, there was 5,000 of these made, so quite a big circulation of them, you know. But again, putting them like this in a collection, again to a Queen fan, can be worth, you know, a few pounds. And they are all individually numbered. But quite a nice little item. Yeah. Oh, good. Yeah. How did you get all the same number? And you got one with all the same number in? Okay. Yeah, but when they came out all in a box set, you've got actually the same, if you can see, we've got the same number on of the 5,000. It's a bit nice little item. How much? £25 each. Yeah, 20. Yeah, £400, £500. It's again, it'll probably increase in time if you keep them clean. Will be worth a lot more. What is it? Gold. This is a gold disc of A Night at the Opera. It's a Spanish version presented to Queen. I just can't quite make out what's written.
First gig. It was given to Queen on the night before they played their first gig in Spain in 1979. So I think they played Barcelona the night after this was presented to them. And it's a one-sided pressing plate of the original Night at the Opera LP.
Okay, so this is probably quite a rare one as well. First time I've seen one from Spain. Gold discs, these are worth a lot of money. You're talking a couple of £1,000 for gold disc. A lot of money. And the pressing plates as well. Yeah, that is quite a rare item and worth quite a bit. Andres is laughing. No value from Andres. Means it's a lot, okay? We've got some more stuff as well, yeah. Okay, in America, Hollywood Records did a promotion, a cube, yeah, put a cube. Yeah, 3 members of the band have signed this, so Roger, John and Brian. But the value of it,
Value of the cube should be about 25 pounds plus signatures, maybe 150, 200, don't know, 200 pounds.
wow. Now the value of that could be £200. Well, they are. So the value of it hasn't increased too much over the years. I say it's something, again, if you're a collector and you just want to collect something like this, it's fine, but there's not much you could do with it except from, say, put it on a cupboard or, you know, just let... Well, yeah, the signatures have increased it, as Andrea said, the cube's probably worth about £25, but because of the autographs, you've upped it to £150, £200. But, you know, whether someone's going to buy it, whether anyone's going to buy it. Yeah, cheers. Yeah. From Electra. Okay, the items, photographs Basha's got here, again are gold discs of A Night at the Opera. Electra. Yeah. From America, when they were on the Electra label, and one to each of the band, Freddie, Brian, Roger, John, and one to Queen. It's quite a collection to have all 5. Yeah, what Bash is explaining here is at the bottom, whoever the award was presented to gets their picture in the queue on the crest, and then underneath are the other 3. Quite a good collection, that. A lot of money. Again, that is probably worth more than 5,000. What would you say, 5 gold discs? A lot, Basha. No, I haven't seen them before. They're in mint condition. From Electra, I don't know whether they're double or... Yeah. See, they are different today, obviously, because they don't really do records anymore, it's CDs now. So the value of that is really high. I think you could be looking around 10,000. Yeah, about £10,000. Hope the house isn't short, I said. It's a nice item, that's quite rare to see all of them together. How did you get them?
There was a record company executive in America from Electra Records, and they were supposed to be presented to Queen after a show, but then Brian got sick, the show was cancelled, and the presentation never took place. So this record company executive took them home, and right after that, Electra switched to Capitol, so everybody was fired and put on the street, and left without a job. And this man's been saving these awards for his pension, I guess, and he bought them all in one go. Yeah, and at first I had the Freddy one, but then I was told there was another to it to make a set complete, so get me the whole set. And I'm preserving this for its future, because I think it's the only set of 5 that's still complete, because one is in Brian's house, one in Roger's, one in John's. I think this is a unique set.
It is a unique set to get all of them together, so yeah, it's, and as I say, worth a lot of money. Okay, what else have we got? Anybody? Okay, some unusual items here now. From the Crazy Tour, I presume. That's races, so that one's crazy. Okay, a couple of rare items here. The item on the right is from 1977-6. It was the playback, an invitation to a playback of a day at the races. It's a very nice item. Yeah, that's good. That is really rare, extremely rare. People get invites to functions and throw the invite away afterwards, not realising that it can be worth a lot. The one on the left is the band had a party after the Lyceum concert on the Crazy Tour, a Crazy Hats party, and that's the invite for it. That Legends, my God, yeah. Remember that. 2 rare items and worth quite a bit of money. Pity they're not autographed, Paul, and be worth more. Yeah, no, probably someone at the office, you know, I don't recognise the writing, so. Yeah, that's a rare item, that's quite nice. There wasn't many. You're talking probably maybe 50, possibly 100 people. So you got to remember that invitations to playbacks of albums, they were very small, like the Sheer Heart Attack one, I think it was like a dozen people. Night at the Opera, a few more. Probably as time went on, it increased and you got more and more people going to them. Yeah, this is nice. We actually put this in as it began. This is a really, very nice, it's an advert for, actually this is the first gig that Queen ever played outdoors, and they were second on the bill. Down in Cornwall, at a festival, and Roger got the gig. And as you can see, Queen were the second band on the day, but this is their first outdoor appearance as Queen. It's really nice. It's fabulous, isn't it? Maybe Ken Testy might be able to tell us who did this. Mojo? No. Just the paper, I think, but it was probably printed on sheet by somebody. But that is really nice. But I think Ken might know who the artist is on this one. From the, from our college. Maybe, he had some involvement with that. But again, things like adverts for gigs and everything can be worth a lot of money to a collector. It's amazing what you've got there, and just don't throw things away. Keep hold of it. Yeah.
I think they played with Lemmy from Motorhead because he was a member of, with Hawkwind at the beginning, I think.
So there, quite a few upcoming bands there, big. That's nice. Yeah, no, God. I've heard of Brewers Street, but not the band. Morning. Okay, anything else? Hang on, we boss? No. Okay, now, because Greg's not here this afternoon, unfortunately, he's still not well, we've got a DVD to show of... Helen's going to tell me. Going to do it now? Okay, where is she? Okay. Yeah, what we're going to do now is, you know, yesterday you saw part 1 of the new Live at Wembley DVD, and we've got Simon and Reese here. What we're going to show you is part 2, and then after that you'll be able to have any questions. Simon and Reese are willing to answer any of the questions that you've got for them. So think of some good ones for them. See if you can catch them out. So we'll just wait for Jackie. Yeah, always check on things before you do throw them away. But everyone here has been to a concert. We've all come home from the concert and thrown the ticket. We've all done it. Yeah, keep the convention stuff as well, you know, that could be worth something. Like fan club, any fan club material, you know, the early Queen fan club sheets are worth a lot of money now. You've got people like Brian May wanting to get them, and you don't realise, you know, 30 years next year when the fan club started, if you've got the original letter saying, welcome to the fan club, where you paid your 50 pence, that can be worth quite a bit of money. And it's nice to look back on things like that as well, so. It's a good idea, that, Paul. Yeah. There's some people stick things like that on the billboard. I say it's unbelievable how many people throw them away. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
What's you found it? Okay, thank you. Yeah, I'll check it. Okay, there's well, this is quite unusual. What's the matter with you? It's a promo. It's a pirate.
It's a pirate made in Germany. Red vinyl made in 4 or 5 different colors. Also, yeah. Also other LPs. Sorry, not much. I think always in euros. It's 15-20 pounds. That's it. Released about 99, 2000. No, it's not official. It's, it stands UK, made in the UK, anything, but it's from Germany, definitely. Even though the person who made it.
So amazing that there's an item that's, it says made in the UK, and it's actually from Germany. Very strange. Thanks for bringing all your goodies down. Here's Miss... Good morning, Jackie.
He kept me up very, very late last night, and then had the cheek to stay in bed.
Doing it. So when we came to do this, we found in the archives a huge amount of stuff that they filmed backstage and so on. But the first thing that we'll show you, earlier this year, Reese and I had the privilege of going and interviewing both Brian and Roger and trying to coax out of them their memories of what it was like playing at Wembley. And as usual, they were both very forthcoming. So, Malcolm, if you'd like to start the second disc for us, please. See if the technology works.
Yeah.
Malcolm. Ah, here we go.
Okay, so we go to the section which is called Road to Wembley.
Press enter on your
And as you see, we've got 4 sections here. We've got the interview, as I was telling you about, with Brian and Roger. There's a 8-minute piece with interview with Gavin Taylor, who was the director of the Live at Wembley concert, and Jerry Stickles, who we all know as the tour manager. A Beautiful Day is a documentary that's been put together for us by Rudy from Douro, which is basically based on the footage he shot backstage for the Magic Years, the 3 VHS anthology you can get. And he's revisited that and extended it, so that's a half-hour piece now just about the Wembley concert. And then that's the last section on this is the demolition of the Wembley Towers, which Brian mentioned in his welcome speech on Friday. So, without further ado, we'll get the ball rolling. This is, like I say, about a 25-30-minute documentary of Brian and Roger reminiscing about the day. So we'll hit enter on this one. Thank you, Malcolm.
to the back. There we go. Press the button. Here's Wembley Unseen. And then you go down to Unseen Magic. Press enter. And then Friday concert. So this has never been seen before. It's very, very good. And I hope you enjoy it. Here we go.
Okay, we've got another question here.
The concert is in a normal 1.133G format. Was it all filmed on videotapes? Because I think Budapest was filmed on film native and widescreen.
Yeah, well, you're right. Budapest was shot on film, 35mm film, so that's 16:9 widescreen. As I say, that was shot by Tyne Tees Television for a Channel 4 program called The Tube. So it was shot onto 1-inch videotape, so it was shot 4:3, which is the television full screen. And what we've done is left it as it is, so it will be on your DVD, it will come up as 4:3 full screen.
Okay, got another one here.
Every band member's got 4 tracks with a private camera, as just shown.
Yes.
Is there the complete material in this format as well?
Well, no, because you can't. There's the reason why we didn't have every single song and band member through the whole concert in multi-angle is because it takes up far too much space on a DVD, and we had to make a decision whether or not we have brilliant sound. What happens with the DVD is if you have too much information on there, the picture and the sound quality will degenerate. So we decided that for the concert, we thought the most important thing was to have best sound and the best picture quality possible. And we thought that would be more important than watching different angles of each member. So we put them on disc 2 for those few songs.
Yeah, but is there the material still somewhere on a shelf?
Yes, there is, yes. So one day, it might, you know, who knows?
Okay, here's another question.
Oh, it's in 2 parts. I don't know how many years you've actually worked with Queen before, but my question is, was it with trepidation that you came to work on this contract, or did you revel in the, what do you call it?
Equal measures of both, I think. When you know, Brian and Jim and Roger contacted and said they wanted us to make this, I mean, it is a dream come true, really, because both Lisa and I are huge fans, and so when you get asked to do something like this, it's such a privilege and very hard to say no. But also what we do know is how important things like this are to all the fans. So I think we live in constant fear of screwing it up, really, and ruining it. So every time we do it, we try and put ourselves in your shoes and think, what we would like to see is hopefully what you'd like to see. And we do want to hear from you really, and do want to know if we're getting it right, basically, because if we're not, then do shout, and we will try our best next time. A good example, I just had a conversation with a Dutch gentleman actually, who said that when we did Greatest Video Hits 1, we didn't put any subtitles in foreign languages on our documentaries. And he's absolutely right, we didn't, which was an oversight on our part. So for the documentaries on this one, the European version's got 4 European languages on it, and the NTSC one has got Japanese subtitles.
Okay, got another question here.
Okay, first I want to say it's really beautiful. I don't think you could have done a better job.
Thank you very much. That's what we like to hear.
But now I have a question for you, being from the US. Is it a worldwide release the day it's coming out? Or is Hollywood going to fuck the Americans again?
No, they're not. The scheduled release, I believe, in this country is June the 9th. And the American release is the week after, at the moment. So, but that's our fault, not theirs. Sorry. Sorry. But you Americans usually get it before us anyway, so it's our time.
Another question here.
Great, thanks again for this material, it looks impressive. My question, did you have things in your possession that were for some reason left off of this DVD?
Well, on the Friday concert that you saw, they filmed virtually the whole concert was filmed. But we have to. You can't give me too much, because then it might be re-released one day and they want your money a second time, probably. And obviously you can't. If you put too much on here, it wouldn't be such good quality of the disc. And it's always good to hold things back. And also, to put 2 concerts on the same, even though they're different nights on one disc, is a bit too much. And you can have too much of this. I mean, I've seen that end now of him, God Save the Queen, about 50 times, and I'm quite happy not to see it again for a while. Oh dear. No, I mean it. I mean, we've been here since January. We've watched this about 1,000 times. It's still good though, isn't it? Yeah. Audience participation.
A question for you, how long is the DVD actually? How long are the discs?
The main concert's just short of 2 hours, and the bonus disc is about 3 hours in total, so it's 5 hours in total, which is slightly longer than the original video release. Yeah.
The key thing we want to do is put back the songs that were cut out for whatever reason, and I think we also wanted to get rid of all the special effects and all the bad slow motion stuff, because it dates it. And we wanted it to be, what you see on this concert is basically what the fans saw on the day. And the key thing with what we want to do with this concert is to have no tricks, and just you see the band as they perform with nothing else. And I hope you like that element of it.
There is one person actually that we should mention, because obviously Reese and I spend a lot of time in the edit suites working on the pictures, and we work very closely with Gavin Taylor, who directs the concert. But all the sound gets looked after by Justin Shelley-Smith and his assistant Chris. Under the supervision obviously of Brian and Roger, but Justin works huge amounts of hours on this and has done a fantastic mix. What you heard yesterday, if you came along, was the stereo mix. He's also done a 5.1 mix for the main concert as well, and it sounds, well, I think it sounds amazing. It's about as good as it's going to get without actually being there on the day. Is that great?
Another question here?
During the interviews with Roger and Brian, I noticed some delay, about half a second. Is it caused by the PA system?
Yes, it was, yes. And these screens aren't great for that kind of thing, but trust me, the sound sync is perfect. If not, send it back to us and we'll lose our jobs.
Okay, another question here.
Was making the DVD like making love to a beautiful woman?
Yeah, I suppose it was really. Can't think of anything funny to say, but first of all, you've got to put it in the machine and make sure it's nice, and you've got to buff it up slightly before you put it in so it doesn't get any dirt on it and it plays well. I don't know. There's one viewer. Yes.
Another one here.
Yeah, the things from the Magic Years, why were they cut out?
Say that again, please.
The Magic Years things from the building of Wembley and things like that, the stage, why aren't they on the DVD?
Ah, well, you mean the original concert, the beginning, you mean, of the other one? They're kind of, we just wanted to change the beginning slightly, so because the real Magic concert from before, you've all seen before, we wanted to give you something new, a new product. So we changed the beginning, and you still see all the speeded up building of the stage, but we just did it in a less 80s way without all the animation and stuff. But it's all still there, and the backstage things that you saw are also on the DVD on another documentary that we've kept as a surprise for you to see.
We wanted to try and get the concert to be as much like it was on the day as we possibly could, and so initially our idea was to literally just at the beginning of One Vision show the light show that you would have seen if you'd been stood there. And we said to Brian that we want to show people what they would have seen on the day, and he said that they just got to see a very boring light show, can't we put something else on it? So that's why we call that speeded up footage.
I have another sound question. You already told that there's a 5.1 version on the disc. I have at home a Genesis DVD, and when they stop playing the song, and the crowd starts cheering, it's like you're in the middle and you hear people whistling behind you. Is it like that on this too?
Yeah, that's
yes.
right.
Yes.
So it's like you're in the crowd.
Yeah. To be honest, we've only just had these back. We only got them yesterday, so we haven't even heard them properly on a DTS 5.1 sound. So, but it should be like that. Otherwise, I mean, Brian and Roger are very keen to get the sound as good as the best it can be, and they would never pass anything forward if it wasn't up to standard. So I'm sure it'll be very, very good.
Any more questions? Yeah, we've got one here. I've got one for you as well. What's the next DVD project? And are we getting any more live concerts released?
The next release.